This is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and now let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to We Are Podcast, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. This is episode 73, and my name is Matt.
And my name's Phil.
And as always, thank anyone and everyone for listening. Craft beer time. Phil, you just say, what are we doing today? Why don't you take this one?
Today we are trying Odd Side Ales How Now Brown Cow. The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
I just grabbed these out of the liquor store. I didn't read the label. It was like, cow, sweet, let's go. What the fuck? Does cow burn down the barn or something?
I don't know.
What the fuck does that mean? The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. What the? And then there's this cow. It's just like a cow. Is there like fire in the background?
It does rhyme.
It's fucking weird, man. Where got the Punisher here, Phil. Let's punish his beer.
Dark. Smells really dark.
Yeah. Alright, Phil. Here we go. We are podcasting again. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Well, not bad, I guess. It's not quite a dark beer. A little light. It's alright.
I kind of like the taste of this.
Meh. I don't know. It's not pumpkin spice, so it's better than it's got that going for it.
It smells a lot worse than it tastes.
Yeah.
I think.
Alright. Or maybe what they're telling us to do, Phil, is after we drink this beer, we should refill this bottle with gasoline, take off one of your socks, I have to buy a lighter, but, get this revolution started. Go and walk up to the Capitol. Walk up to the Capitol. Get a Red Bull pipe shot. Well, I've always wanted to chuck a Molotov cocktail. That's something I've just never done it. Probably because it's going to burn the fucking neighborhood down.
It's gonna burn something.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But something tells me they won't let me just go to like a gun range and like fucking throw a Molotov cocktail at a fucking target.
Ah.
They won't. I don't think they'll let me do that. Maybe, I don't know. If I pay for the whole gun range, I can do whatever the hell I want. Right? I would fucking drag out a tiger and shoot it. Because that's how mad rich we are from this We Are Podcast that I got tiger shooting money now. Oh boy! Me and Mr. Mouse are going ski shooting, but we're shooting tigers. We got this extra large ski chute specifically made for launching tigers into the air so you can shoot them with a shotgun.
Pull!
Oh boy, headshot!
Oh boy, kill cam!
Kill cam! Oh boy, that one's an albino! Got me tiger killing money now. I don't hunt or shoot tigers for that matter. These jokes, people. That's like Vince McMahon kind of rich, I would imagine. Tiger,
correct.
Yeah, tiger ski pole or ski shooter. That's awesome. I want one. If nothing else, that'd be a terrifying weapon. Like your neighbors fucking with you, just go launch a tiger in their fucking living room. Hey neighbor, take your trash can's been out on the curb for at least 3 days now, man. You think maybe you're gonna drag that back? Nope. Okay. launching tigers at the neighborhood. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I would do if I was insane rich. Somehow figure out how to fucking no bears because I'm actually terrified of bears. Right? Remember we were talking about this in Metal Gear Solid 5. You can capture a bear. We're like strap Gatling guns to that motherfucker. Do this, D-Bear. So you gonna fuck with a dude riding a bear with Gatling guns on its side, charging at you? I ain't fucking with that guy.
Or it would have been better if you could shoot while you were going down with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like somehow get a parachute big enough for a bear, launch that fucker out of a plane, have it fall from the sky, lighten up the trip.
It looked pretty wild.
Awesome. That's gonna be my first album cover. A dude riding a bear with Gatling guns, jumping out of a plane. I'm gonna call it Bear Plane.
Airplane.
Bear Plane. That's awesome. Oh, trying. Yeah, this beer is awesome. I don't know. Cows ain't that scary though. So. But you put Gatling guns on a cow. Terrifying.
A stupid animal becomes deadly.
Well, I think a cow. I don't know, dude. If a cow fucking just freaked out and trampled your ass, I'm pretty sure it'd kill you or fuck you up really bad.
Of course it could.
Yeah.
Really, they're dumb.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Phil. Like 90% of the animals in this planet could probably kill us real easy if we didn't have guns.
I agree.
No, I ain't wrestling no bear anytime soon. Maybe that's what I have to do to train it. I have to beat it in a wrestling match so it becomes obedient to me, so I can then put a harness on it.
It has to bow down first.
Yeah. I'm threatening to cut off the bear's cub's arm because it looked at me funny. It starts crying like a little bitch.
Like, oh, you showed your teeth. It's one claw.
Now I gotta beat someone to death. Baseball bat. If you ever make a Metal Gear Solid movie, let me know. D-Bear. 100 million first day. Guaranteed. And then Kojima can get mad on Twitter about it. Tell Konami to go fuck themselves. Shit can. But speaking of companies that can go... and speaking of companies that can go fuck themselves, Capcom. Like Street Fighter, not good at it. I can beat the computer, but I'm not playing online. Okay? Ryu's a karate hobo. But Mega Man. Favorite game, Mega Man, the original Mega Man's and Mega Man X. Some of my favorite games of all time. I love the original Mega Man. Fuck that stupid card one. That anime card one they had.
Right, I don't like card games.
Yeah. I didn't care for that shit. Battle Network, yeah, Mega Man Battle Network. Didn't care for it. Not my thing, whatever. But original Mega Man, Mega Man X, that shit was shit. I love Mega Man. I like Kirby too. Like anything like where your power is you steal other people's powers and then use them against them. For some reason, I just like that. Rogue, one of my favorite X-Men. You know, like I said, touches you, steals your powers. Unfortunately, that doesn't really like. If I got that power in real life, what does that do? It's like people don't have to. Maybe I don't know. Like if I touch like a doctor, do I become like smart like a doctor or something?
I don't know.
You know, just randomly like shaking people's hands and you pick up random skills that they know that you don't know.
I guess nobody really knows.
Yeah. Well, I guess that would be kind of cool. Like I said, go up to like a fucking brain surgeon, just shake his hand. Now you're a fucking brain surgeon, you know?
Right.
Go to like just
gain what he knows.
Yeah. Just go to NASA and shake everyone's fucking hand. Oh, dude, you shake the president's hand? Then you shake the president's hand?
Nuclear codes.
Yeah. Guess who just wants to get paid? You're fucking prank calling the president. You got Prince Albert in a can. Who is this? You're calling that little red phone in his office that's only supposed to go off when like the end of the world's coming. And you're like, hey, is your refrigerator running?
That's the DEFCON 5 phone. Oh no.
I know.
That means imminent war.
Just spamming his email of porn. Just porn and Viagra ads all over his fucking email. Limited time offer. Order now.
Call now.
Yeah. But anyways, back to fuck Capcom. Even though I like Mega Man, they don't apparently like him. They ain't doing shit with him. They were talking about making like a first-person shooter Mega Man game, which I guess that could be kind of cool, because you look down the force of the Mega Cannon, shoot fireballs at things. That might have been cool.
Different style.
Yeah, but they're like, nope, we're not doing that shit. Fuck it. Well, what are you gonna do with Mega Man? We're gonna whore his ass out and fight in video games. Go have fun in Smash Bros.
Of course.
Yeah. And, he was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He wasn't in 3, they had Zero from X in there.
Wannabe.
Yeah. It's Mega Man, but with a lightsaber, yo. It's sweet.
It's modern.
No. They just wanted to make, like, a samurai character, and it's, like, supposed to be, like, super future, so, laser swords. Generic, nondescript laser sword. It's not a lightsaber, so you can't sue me. Oh, but I'll try. Call the lawyers.
I'll find something.
You fucked up. You don't poke the bear. You don't poke the mouse. And PlayStation just announced that they're putting the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the digital network, so now you can buy it for your PlayStation 4. Which means, yay, feel I can buy Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the third time now. Yay. But along with that, they also announced that I guess they're doing like another. They're not calling it Marvel vs. Capcom 4, it's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And all there really is just like there's two little teaser trailers where they show Mega Man and Ryu fighting Iron Man and Captain Marvel, which is like the only new character they actually announced. Which, cool, Captain Marvel's awesome. I got no problem with that. Mega Man's there, of course, because like I said, apparently your own Mega Man's only gonna. Mega Man has to fight for his survival, Phil. You gotta make his living the hard way. Underground digital fight clubs.
I agree. Fighting in the pit. Pit fighting.
Pit fighter. Pit fighter Mega Man. Fuck that bear. Fuck it, Jerry. Fuck it like it wants it. Alright. But yeah, it's Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom 4. I don't know, we just quit numbering shit now all of a sudden. Vince McMahon quit numbering pay-per-views.
Correct.
We don't number games anymore. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a PlayStation 4 though, Phil. So, fuck that game.
Correct.
Fuck Marvel. Or no, fuck. I ain't got no problem with Marvel really. They're alright. Fuck Capcom. Bring back Mega Man. Do it. Quit selling them out to fighting games. I don't care if you did get an emoji or Amiibo or whatever. I didn't buy it. I don't own a Wii U either. So I'll never, unfortunately, get to play Bayonetta 2. Shit!
Correct. Ruined it all.
Because I got Bayonetta for the Xbox 360, and that game's fun as hell.
It is.
It's like Devil May Cry, but good. Oh! It pretty much is just Devil May Cry, though.
just a woman
Sexist.
and their witches or whatever. I don't
I couldn't tell you shit about the story. I don't know. They're witches and they're pissed off at each other. Now they're doing shit. Now she's fighting up the side of a building. Now we're in space fighting a giant angel. All right, whatever. I'm cool with that. You rode a motorcycle so fast it caught up with the plane. All right. Why the fuck not?
Like, yeah, right. Like, I'm positive.
You just summoned a giant.
It was so funny.
Yeah, you just summoned a giant hair demon to eat a golem statue. Awesome. Put people in Iron. Put lesser bad guys in the Iron Maidens. Awesome. Fun. Like I said, I like fighting games, but like I'm not good enough at them to like play online because like I said, I got Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter 4 Turbo Ultimate Super Deluxe Combo
Blah, blah.
Hyper Class
Whatever
Ultimate
it is.
Definitive Edition.
Throw them all in there.
Yeah. You'll buy it. There's 2 new characters. Doctor Strange is in this one, huh? You've never been Doctor Strange before. Hawkeye, huh? One time he shot Ant-Man on an arrow. That's one of his finishing moves.
But you were that other guy that was like Doctor Strange for a long time, so... Wait.
What other guy?
I don't know. A lot of other guys.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's like a lot of other people have his powers.
Well, that's the thing, too. Doctor Strange's powers are the family defined magic shit. I wave my hands, say magic words, lasers. Well, plus back in the day, like, Doctor Strange used to be like, they just make crazy shit up. Like, one time he cast a spell. Boom, no more vampires. All the vampires in the world are gone. Z-Blade, you're driving so hard, you're a little bitch. I did it one day, which you couldn't do in years. Blade's just over there crying because now he got nothing to do.
No sequel.
Well, every once in a while, every couple of years, they bring Blade. Marvel brings Blade just out of obscurity, just because I don't know, the Wesley Snipes movies from the '90s was cool. So yeah, so they just bring him back every couple of years to fight vampires. But oddly enough, they did. I can't remember what the story name was, but it was pretty much the X-Men versus Dracula, because the X-Men are they're based in San Francisco right now, and Dracula's son's like, "Daddy, I want to take over San Francisco, but the X-Men are fucking with me. Can you go kill them?" Yeah. Oddly enough, Blade didn't show up in that one. That one was just the X-Men versus vampires. Well, actually, it was suicide bomber vampires. The vampires somehow made it where they explode, and if you got like their blood on, you became a vampire. So rather than just biting one piece, like one of them was in a plane. Get terror. Right. They dressed like leather gimps for some reason too, so you really should have seen them coming. It's inside clothing.
Cover more people in an aircraft.
Yeah.
Closer together.
Well, they also, I think they blew up a coffee. One of them blew themselves up in a coffee shop, and I think Jubilee got infected, and she was a vampire for a little while. Well, like I said, that one time Blade joined Captain Britain in the MI-13 to fight Dracula. Dracula was actually hiding out on the moon. Because there's no sunlight on the moon. And think of it, if you're scouring the earth looking for Dracula to try and kill him to end this vampire war he's waging on Europe, are you gonna look on the moon? I wouldn't think of that.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah. Well, actually, before Dracula, the really cool thing is too. This is so weird. This is one reason I like comics because they do weird shit like this sometimes. Like you're probably never gonna see this in any comic book movie. But Dracula is about to go wage his vampire war on Europe. So he's chilling on the moon, so there's no sunlight there, nobody's really looking for him there, so he can kind of just chill. He finds the original space shuttle. He looks at, he measures his footprint of the Neil Armstrong's footprint, then wipes it out of the sand. Because, fuck you.
Yeah.
Vampire. Blah!
Better.
Yeah. I don't go blah, blah, blah. But, he asked Dr. Doom if he could meet him. And Dr. Doom's a sorcerer, so he just opens a portal, just magically shows up right, happens to be like 5 feet from Dracula. And Dracula's like, hey, Dr. Doom, what up, man? I'm gonna try to take over Europe. You're cool with that, right? You're not gonna fuck with me, right? And Doom just says, well, just don't fuck with Latveria. Stay the hell away from me. I won't mess with you.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, you can't touch me anyways. I went back in time, took some pieces of Jesus' cross, put it in my armor. You touch me, all fry. Dr. Doom went back in time to make himself magic armor so monsters couldn't fuck with him.
Smart.
Yeah. And then had a meeting on the moon with Dracula. Make that movie. I want to see that.
Whip was scared.
Dracula was.
Whipula.
More like Blackula.
Balula.
Yeah.
More like Balula. I was like, whoops, I want a bail.
Well, Dracula, even though they're called the Universal Monsters, all those monsters are technically public domain. So there's a DC version of Dracula too. They just don't ever do hardly as much with him as they do with Dracula in Marvel. That's where Blade actually didn't even have his own comic book originally. He should. Tomb of Dracula's comic they made that was just about Dracula, and Blade showed up in that, dressed up like Robin Hood for some reason, with a wooden sword trying to kill Dracula. And then he became popular, and then they put him in a black trench coat. Just come on, man. I don't know, Phil. Do you think a black guy running around looking like Robin Hood trying to kill vampires is sweet?
Mm-mm.
Could be. But now you give him a black trench coat, a samurai sword, and some black sunglasses. Instant badass. They want to make Blade popular, but he just never seems to stick. Huh? Get it?
I agree.
Dude. Well, they are. I was about to say they're going to get into space shit. I guess the new Guardian movie's coming out sometime next year, I think. And Thanos is still chilling on a space chair. I like what we said earlier. It's like Thanos is just chilling in his space chair. It's like one of his little minions walk up to him. It's like, Lord Thanos, we know that 2 of the Infinity Stones are on Earth for sure, and the Avengers are all broken up and fighting each other. You think we should just go down there and grab those real quick, while the heroes are fighting each other? That way they're distracted and we can attack them while they're vulnerable. Not really feeling it today. Think I'm just gonna chill here, watch some Space Seinfeld, just take a me day.
No, it's like you haven't been feeling it for 30,000 something years for now,
Yeah, well,
it's been 30,000 something years,
it's on. They're on Earth. They're not going anywhere. Those primitives can't even leave their own planet. They barely made it to their own moon. Stones will still be there. Well, Thanos wants to bang Death, so he's got to be like an emo kid, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like Darth guy.
shops at Hot Topic.
Like Darth Vader's son or whatever,
No, Darth Vader himself.
right?
Get back in your box, Jar Jar. Never mention him again. So if they ever actually do a Boba Fett movie, I want to see it like open up with like Boba Fett like mowing a bunch of people down with like lasers and grenades and shit. Then you take off his helmet, think it's Boba Fett, but no, it's actually Jar Jar. He got sick of being called a puss, so he became like the world's baddest space mercenary. That's the Star Wars movie I want to see.
Stick with the old standby.
I sell swill.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't taste that much better.
Swill House Edge.
It doesn't taste that much better. It's just cheaper. When we make the We Are Podcast beer, it's just going to be beer brand beer. It's the beeriest. It doesn't taste good. The little tagline will be beer brand beer. It's the beeriest. It doesn't taste good, but it gets you drunk.
We Are Pod, beer brand beer.
Beer brand beer. It's the beeriest. It's carbonated liquor.
Billionaire says so.
The guy that shoots tigers from a fucking catapult into his neighbor's yard said it was a good one.
Right, it says the billionaire in this town says so. You're like, what town? There ain't no town. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's the billionaire town. Only me, Donald Trump, and Vince McMahon live here. You're not welcome. We don't like your kind around here.
T-shirts, man. That's why. Tell me they ain't selling Yes T-shirts still. That's why. General manager, Yes T-shirts.
Well, I think that's why they bring back McFoley every couple of years to do something, because people are still buying Cactus Jack T-shirts.
Correct.
Okay.
Plus, they could sell Dude Love and whatever too.
I've never seen anyone ever wear a Dude Love shirt.
Back then.
I'd say there might have been like one guy in the crowd. One guy.
Right. It wasn't the thing back then, though.
It was also the one guy that was holding a Gilbert sign. That's who Goldberg should fight at WrestleMania. Gilbert.
That's what I said. I said that once.
Yeah.
I was like, bring back Gilbert.
That's the only reason I'll watch. Actually, what would be kind of cool that Marvel did, because they got that Netflix deal. Like I said, like back in the day, like Satanism and black magic was so popular in culture for some reason. You know, the Omen. You know, what's that one shot? Hell, there's like what?
Poltergeist?
Yeah, Poltergeist and stuff like that. I was about to say, no, there's like 3 different movies where William Shatner has to fight the devil or a demon or something. We've watched 1 or 2 of them. I can't remember what it was called, though. I don't know. For some reason, people were just into Satan in the 70s for some reason or whatever. Satan and monsters were cool. But Marvel had like their own like little monster superhero team too. The hell were they? Yeah, the Legion of Monsters, where they did a miniseries with them a couple years back. That was pretty good. That I read. It was it's Morpheus, the living vampire, because you know comic books are weird. You couldn't say people were dead, so he had to be the living vampire. You know, and he's technically not even like a real actual vampire. He's, you know, comics. He was messing around with some science shit. Got shot up with a laser beam that had bat DNA in or something in it, and that made him want to suck blood. Also made him look kind of like a super pale guy.
Want to be super pale vampire.
Yeah. It turned him into that. It turned him into that kid in high school that was a nerd and then came back from Hot Topic one day dressed in all black. Turned him into that guy. Werewolf by Night, who is a this is great. The guy named Jack Terrier, get it, like the dog, is cursed to turn into a werewolf every night. That kind of sucks. Man Thing, which is pretty much just Swamp Thing, big plant monster guy, big red glowing eyes, awesome. And who else was on the team? Elsa Bloodstone, who she's like just a monster hunter lady. She has like someone watched El Mariachi and thought putting guns in a guitar case and having people whip them out and shoot shit is cool because it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. But that'd be cool if like they did like a Halloween special where it's their monster characters, fighting sewer. Cause, well, that's the other thing too. Like in that miniseries, like there's a underground city of like good monsters and stuff, and the Legion of monsters are there protecting them from like people. They're not Nazis, but they're supposed to. They're Nazi like people that are like, fuck it, I don't care if they are monsters, kill them. Fuck their babies. Put all their yeah. Well, even before that, the Legion of Monsters kind of showed up when the Punisher died, when Wolverine's son Daken cut the crap out of him, cut his head off and stuff, and then, well, Daken was being a dick about it after decapitating and cutting the Punisher's arms off and shit. He throws him into the sewer. Because, I don't know, it's not like you would want the body to prove the kill to your boss or anything, but whatever. But Man-Thing just happens to be walking into the sewer, sees the dead body parts, decides to pick him up, gives him to Morpheus, the living vampire. He just so happened to be reading Dr. Frankenstein's journal about how to make a Frankenstein monster. And he's like, hey, Punisher's not that bad of a guy. I guess I could bring him back. And then he made Frankencastle. And Frank Castle at first was all kind of pissed off about that because, I'd be pissed off about getting my head cut off. That doesn't sound fun. And he's kind of like, they're monsters. Fuck them. I'm out of here. But then, like, the bad guys show up and, like, they hate monsters. And they're going to kill them no matter what. Like, they have this, like, it's fucked up because they put, like, this, they're showing, like, how bad these people are. So they have, like, it's not the creature from the Black Lagoon, but it's a fish monster that kind of looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon. And the creature's like, whatever, kill me, but just leave my babies alone. And then they show, like, the little eggs of the monster, I guess. And these people just start smashing the monster's eggs right in front of him. He's like, oh my god, no! It's fucked up. And another funny thing was, too, was, like, their leader's, like, this big skull. It's like this skull in green glowy water. It's driving a mech suit. So, it's weird. It's like, they hate monsters, but their leader is obviously a monster. Obviously a monster. But then you find out that, like, his backstory was, like, he hated monsters so much he made this mech suit way back in, like, the 1800s or something, I think. Because it looks all, like, steampunky. He's got, like, gears and fucking tubes and shit coming out of it. And he says he made the suit to kill Dracula, and he fought Dracula, and Dracula ripped a tube off or something, and it fucked the suit up, and yeah, granted, now he's technically immortal, but he looks like a fucking skull, and he can never go out of the suit or he'll die.
Right.
But fuck them, they're still monsters. I'm still technically human, even though I'm technically an immortal monster skull driving a mech suit. No contradictories to my backstory at all. Just smooth sailings. Yeah, come on, Phil. You mean to tell me you wouldn't want to watch like a 30-minute special on Netflix of a werewolf, a swamp monster, a vampire fighting evil, genocidal monster dudes that are led by a skull driving a mech suit? I'd watch that. But I don't know. Well, it has to be an hour because they have to have their long fight scene in the hallway first. They got to have their 10-minute fight scene in the hallway. It's on Netflix, so it's mandatory.
Classic.
It's mandatory. That or a jail cell.
It's classic.
Yeah, it's awesome. Punisher murdered an entire cell block. That was shit. Yeah. But that kind of like it was like back in the day too. Like Marvel also has like a bunch of giant monsters because, like I said, whenever it made money, Marvel will put it in their book. Like during like the '60s and stuff, like superheroes weren't really selling all that. Or, like during like the '50s, I got know. Like during the '50s, like superheroes comics weren't making that much money, but kids were buying books with random giant monsters in them for whatever reason. Because who doesn't like watching monsters smash shit? So Stan Lee would just come up with a name, be like Gru, make a monster out of that. I think that's like Groot's backstory too. Like Groot's first appearance was like, I don't know, Groot sounds like a monster. Make him look like a tree. Boom, put it in a book. Then 40 years later, he'll be in a movie, and I'll never see a dime from it. Excelsior. They'll put me. That's why they give Stan Lee so many cameos because he never. Every time you bought a Spider-Man comic or a Spider-Man T-shirt, he never made a dime off that. They said, "Why do you think Stan Lee has been at like every Comic-Con ever? Because that's how he used to pay his rent." That's why Stan Lee's autograph ain't worth shit because he signed so much shit over the years because he's just trying to get paid. Gotta pay rent. I gotta fuck Jack Kirby's wife.
Rent in the upper cities is murder.
Always the worst at the bottom. Never knows that. I gotta make some money to pay these lawyers so I can sue Marvel every couple of years. To try and get the rights to my character back. And him and Alan Moore are waiting in line. It ain't never happening, bro. Alan Moore's just sitting outside the offices of DC Comics with a sign that says, "Give me back Watchmen. Give me back Watchmen. Quit making movies out of me work. You ruin every one of them." The Killing Joke was like a 20-page paycheck for me. I didn't think it would become that popular. Imagine how Alan Moore doesn't accept any money from any of the movies that they made out of his work. But imagine how much more paid he would be if he actually got money from all those people that are buying those V for Vendetta masks and shit, and then going out and protesting. I'll take that money out and work here. He usually signs it away to the artist. Like, I don't want it. He turned down a big ass check for Watchmen too, dude. Like I heard it was a couple million. He was just like, give it to the artist. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. And granted, Watchmen ain't the greatest movie ever. But it wasn't that bad. They changed a lot of shit that made me be like, why'd you change that? But then again, I watched V for Vendetta, and I also said the same thing. Why the hell did you change that? I just feel like you're depressed now. Alan Moore at the movie theater now. Like, I told them not to make movies. Why do they keep making movies? Oh, still fuck Ice House 2. Almost half a year of fucking chilling out to them. They never sent me shit.
Right. It's true.
Oh boy, you guys sure suck at marketing. I have a whole department for that. They never see the light of day.
We should have marketed to California. Apparently they got all the money.
I don't think. That's where all the movies. No, you should have marketed it to me. I own your ass. I own your potted ass. You get out there and make jokes on the internet for me. You make me that fucking internet, buddy. You better get more popular than that PewDiePie. I didn't even know who the fuck PewDiePie was until he was on South Park, and then I looked him up. I was like, holy shit, this guy's like super popular apparently. I'm an old man.
I knew who he was.
I never knew who the fuck he was until he was on South Park. I'm like, what the fuck's a PewDiePie? I was watching South Park.
It's a really dumb name, though, but it's popular.
Well, some people might argue We Are Podcast ain't the greatest name in the world ever, but whatever.
Right. Sounds like a joke-ass name.
I think it is. I've never watched any of his videos, but isn't he just like a Let's Player guy that screams at the TV while he's getting killed on Call of Duty or something?
Probably.
Oh, Phil, I should have spent the extra $200 for that recording equipment. We could be making.
Expectations aren't high.
Yeah. Let's just stream like old Nintendo games. I can beat River City Ransom in about 2 hours now. It took me years to do that, Phil.
Right.
Although I'd have to play it again because I can't. Because you got to buy the certain foods to max out all your stats and shit.
I remember.
Yeah, because that game is weird. Like
you had to buy a bunch of them.
Yeah, because that game is weird. Like in RPGs now, you level up, and then you can go buy put points into certain stats. In River City Ransom, you had to go buy food and read books and buy vitamins and shit to boost certain stats.
I remember it was complicated.
Yeah, like I said, I remember I haven't played the game in years, but I remember when I was a kid, I had a notebook full of all the little things. Okay, this thing gives me these many points. This thing is this many. Now there's, well, I must say, now there's the internet. I bet that's got to be on Google somewhere.
Probably. Sure it is.
I know I'm not the only one that still likes River City Ransom. If we ever make the We Are Podcast video game, that's pretty much what it's going to be. Just keep going to the right and kicking ass.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh. That's what it's going to be called, too, Phil. We Are Podcast, the game. Go to the right and kick ass. Like a little start, like I'm walking out of the liquor store and I trip over a trash can. A samurai sword comes flying out. Who the fuck threw away a samurai sword? And then, like, the craft beers we bought broke and they splashed on some guy's foot. It's like, you have dishonored me. No, you must fight. And then we have to fight, like, the entire town to get back home to record, or get back to the We Are Podcast studio and record the show. And go figures, the whole town's mad at us the one day we went to the opposite end of the town to go get beer. Even though there's a liquor store literally a block away from my house. The day the entire town gets mad at me, we go to the store at the very edge of town. Go figure. I just thought of it. No, I'm walking out of the liquor store. I'm talking to you, not paying attention, and I bump into like this big steroid gorilla monkey looking motherfucker. And his name's not Brock Lesnar. It's like Bork Lasers, or Broke Lays guy. I bump into him and I drop my beers and I smash all over his clothes. He's like, "You little punk, I'll kick your ass." Boom, game right there. Actually, that'd just be me running away. That game would just be me running away from Brock Lesnar. He's the final boss. Right, Phil's like, "Oh man, we finally made it to the studio." And he walks out. "Not so fast." He's got the mic. It's like, you guys want to record your crappy little podcast, you gotta get through me. Drops them. Boom.
Oh no!
No! Slow-mo anime cut. No! Microphone! Podcast! We'll fight the testicle along the way.
Testicle.
Yeah. We'll have a power-up. Because like I said, in those old side-scroll beat-em-up games, people just threw away... What was it? Like, in Streets of Rage, like, people just threw away, like, whole fucking turkeys.
It was like a turkey or something.
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
it was like a turkey or like a chunk of ham or something. Like in Castlevania. Who the fuck threw a turkey in a wall?
Right, you'd smash a trash can and there'd be a turkey in it, or something like that. Some kind of piece of meat, basically.
But our health items are beer instead of random food items. Someone just threw away a whole 12 ounce. Holy shit.
You just broke our We Are Podcast beers. We're going to have to step outside.
We're already outside. Shit, my logic does not work. Run! He has like this little...
I tell him, that guy has to buy it. He's the one that made me drop it, so he's buying that. Yeah, he's buying that. He made me drop it. He's buying that.
Orc Laser's got a little... Orc Laser's got like a little troll that follows him around.
Troll Heyman.
No, Sal Heyman. Sal Hyman. Sal Hyman. He's always talking for him. His Orc Laser's not good with words. No how cut promo. I don't know why I made him sound like...
He takes too much time to fight and not too much time to talk.
Why no love?
I'd rather pay someone to talk for him. That way he can't save the money. It goes somewhere. Rather than being put in a stable.
No, yeah, so
that means you can't hold on your own as a competitor. If they put you in a stable, that means you're in trouble.
Well, Phil, the problem with the stables now is that they're all trying to...
Right. That just means there's 3 people that can't hold by themselves.
No, it's not that they can't hold
Trouble.
on themselves.
It is.
No, they're just trying to name one fucking stable in the last 10 years that wasn't fucking NWO. Then got shot.
Shot for realsies.
Shot for reals. Vita.
Shot for realsies. Should have kept his mouth shut because he got shot. He put a bullet in his jaw.
Uncle Ben got shot. That'd be funny if his last words to
Here's
Spider.
where he got shot. He got shot.
That'd be funny if Uncle Ben's last words to Peter Parker were like, "Okay, I don't want you to have like severe like survivors guilt over this. Like, don't do anything crazy. Like, put on a mask and dedicate your life to fighting crime." Whole different take on the Spider-Man. That's my version, Phil. He's like, "Oh, thank God Uncle Ben told me that. I was about to go on like this crazy mass justice rider crusader of justice thing. But Uncle Ben told me not to feel bad, so now I do." Woo!
Teenager Batman.
Not really. Because like Batman goes off and gets trained and shit. Like Spider-Man, he didn't even like learn how to like.
Who cares?
He just used his spider sense to like react to shit. He never actually like learned how to fight until like way later. Because he was little wimpy Peter Parker. He didn't know how to throw a punch. He knew how to get punched. He knew how to get a swirly. He didn't know how to like do an uppercut or nothing. He just like, Spider says, "Stealing, better punch that guy. That guy's got looking at me funny. Better hit him." Yeah, like Iron Fist taught him kung fu, I think.
The white guy.
Yeah. Iron Fist also taught Luke Cage kung fu and how to meditate and shit. But I was punching people. That's what I'm saying. I watched Luke Cage, the Netflix Luke Cage thing again. And I like the Daredevil one too, but like the guy that plays Daredevil's got to be super jealous of the guy that plays Luke Cage because he's got to learn all this flippy kung fu, stick fight and shit. While Luke Cage literally just like all of his fight scenes are him just like pushing people and they go flying. you know.
Wires.
Yeah.
Lots of wires.
Yeah, like the guy that plays Daredevil, he has to probably go through like 6 hours of martial arts training and practicing. Practicing a day to do his next fight scene and shit. While the guy that plays Luke Cage just has to like push a guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had to hurt some of those people or almost kill them.
Well, one of my favorite parts too is like Luke Cage's landlord is like the lady that also works at or runs the Chinese restaurant, and the local street youth are there trying to muscle him down for protection money. So they smash something with a bat and they're like, pay us the money, pay us the money. And Luke Cage shows up. He's like, I don't like the way you're talking, or I don't like what you're doing here. Sweet Christmas, fool. Have some respect for your elders. Can't be mugging people. And then this big dude gets up and he goes to punch Luke Cage in the face. He punches him in his hand, just crunches.
Break.
Yeah. And then, like I said, then Luke Cage just throws him out a window. See where Daredevil would have had to done 20 flips or something. Plus, there's all like I said, I like Daredevil, but there's a couple times where he does like all these fancy kicks. I'm like, you could have just kicked that dude in the ribs and had like the same effect. You didn't have to do like a backflip. Like I said, in the first season, how there's always that long hallway fight. In the Daredevil long hallway fight in the first season, he's beating the crap out of these Russian mobster guys, and they're like going old boy style, beating the crap out of each other. And Daredevil's got one of them down, like he's all beating up himself too. And, like the guy's trying to get up, and Daredevil walks up to him, and then he does like a flip as that kicks the guy in the head or something and knocks him out. I'm like, you really didn't need to do that flip, dude. You could have just stumbled over there and just kicked the guy. Like I said, you could have just kicked the guy in the rib a couple of times and had the same effect. The flip seemed unnecessary.
I agree.
Yeah, like I get it. You're in shape. You can do kung fu, but
I remember they'd be blocking his leg, then they'd flip him, and he'd kick somebody else as he's flipping. That guy, wow! Like it did 8 times the damage. He goes, ah!
Level up. I guess now that I think about it too, all the Netflix, like Jessica Jones, she just pretty much like all of her fight scenes just her punching people too. Daredevil's got to be like, why am I the only one around here that's got to learn like 20 flips? I don't know. Captain America movies has some pretty elaborate fight scenes. Marvel Netflix stuff really likes Old Boy.
Maybe.
Or at least that one scene in Old Boy where he's fighting down the hallway.
It's used in the raid a lot.
That's another thing too. It's like Gladiator. That movie. I think it's like set in Rome or something, like Italy. So why does everyone have a fucking British accent? Don't they have an Italian accent? Always that do that too. I remember that movie. I think it was like Valkyrie or something, where Tom Cruise is a Nazi agent that tries to blow up Hitler. Yeah, and it's set in Nazi Germany, and these people are Germans, but everyone's using the British accent. It was like, I understand, like, people are stupid. We're not going to want to read subtitles, so you're not going to put the movie that's obviously set German with everyone speaking German, But still, like, they still should have like a German accent rather than a British accent, I think. Or they, just didn't fucking care, obviously.
They didn't want to pay the extra money.
Not that they have to pay extra money. You already hired the actor. Tell them to
who cares then? Him.
No, you hired the actor. Just tell him to do a different fucking accent. You know, actors don't get paid by the accent, Phil. You don't, like, I can't go to a movie and be like, oh, we need you to have a German accent. No, you didn't pay for German, you paid for British, and you're getting British. You want German, that's an extra 20,000. I don't think they can do that. I don't know, maybe they can. I'm not an actor. Or at least, I'm not Tom Cruise. So, maybe Tom Cruise can make that demand, but I don't think I could. Actually, who am I kidding? I'd be working at the concession stand. They would have let me out. Giving Tom Cruise his coffee. He's like, this isn't hot enough. Tom Cruise is,
Said I wanted a wave wrap on that sushi. Ting. That's a straight wrap.
you call this a tuna roll?
I said wavy, not straight.
The sticky rice isn't sticky enough. I only watched it the one time on TV. Well, that's the problem. It's based on a true story. I already know it didn't work. I know how Hitler.
That just means BS now.
That
used to mean something. Now it just means BS.
So it never did. It was always BS. Like they put
now it's a lot more BS.
No, it was always like back in the 70s, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre based on a true event or based on a true story or something like that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was the only thing that they had that was closely based on a real event was like, yeah, a guy made a leather face mask out of another person. Other than that, that movie's complete bullshit. Besides, they didn't get good until Arlie Ermey showed up anyways. He was the true monster. Well, how come when you get older, your hair falls out of your head but starts coming out of your back and your nose? What about that seems fair?
It's never been shaved. Yes.
Starting to look like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force over here. A very special episode of We Bare Bears. Now that's even more terrifying. So, 3 bears stacked on top of each other, each one of them with a Gatling gun on them. That is a whole storm of bullets.
Bye.
It's like, my son's dead. Can I at least get his remains? You just hand him like a bag of red mist or blood. It's like, it's technically always fine. There's still like a lot left over on the sidewalk, but we're just gonna wash that down the drain with the garden hose.
Yeah, we were snacking on these gore bags on the way, to get here. So
it was a long.
You might find a piece of him in there. I don't know how much of him is in there, but
Actually, this
he asked for his remains, so we're gonna just keep going.
And this might not even be 100% him. He was standing next to a guy. I'm pretty sure Parkman's probably in here. Just FYI.
Trust me, some of his bits are in here.
Like,
I don't think I ate all of them.
He just exploded.
It's like those 8-bit explosions that have all the little dots and stuff and little grates in them.
Like that.
That's what he looked like. We're rebooting it anyway. Reboot.
What it really is. You gotta keep that movie license. Like I said.
5 years.
Yeah, like I said, Phil.
5 years or 4, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's every 5 years.
Wow.
They have to make a movie every 5 years, or the movie rights revert back to the Marvel. That's what I'm saying. Like 4 years from now, we're going to be talking about Fantastic Four reboot again.
F5.
No,
Brock's going to get all mad.
No, it'd only be the four. It'd actually be Fantastic Four. There's the Roger Corman one from the 90s, the 2 from the early 2000s, and Fantastic Four. So, no, there is 4. Yeah, there's 4 Fantastic Four movies already, and none of them are good. Surprisingly enough, the crappy one with the budget of like $0 from the '90s is actually the best one. Oh, calling it though. Patton Oswalt, that's the mole man. Make it happen. Get on it, Fox. You ain't never. At this point, Fox should just be like, you know what? Fuck, these Fantastic Four movies don't make any money anyways. We keep getting called the worst comic book movies of all time. Fuck it. We'll keep the X-Men. How about you guys just give us some money and we'll just sell you back the fucking rights to Fantastic Four? But at this time, too, like, Fox or Marvel's like, I want Fantastic. Who the fuck wants Fantastic Four? Marvel hates Fantastic Four so much right now that they're not even in the comics.
Right.
Marvel hates Fantastic Four so much they're like, well, fuck it. The thing's on the Guardians of the Galaxy now. There is no more Fantastic Four. Shut up. Quit asking questions. People still like Doctor Doom. Fine. Doctor Doom's trying to be Iron Man now. Quit worrying about it there. No more Fantastic. The X-Men. Well, actually, the X-Men are too popular. We'll keep the X-Men around. So that's funny. Wolverine's technically dead in the comics, but at the same time, Wolverine's so popular that they probably, well, our version of Wolverine's dead, but here's an old man version of him from a different universe. See, Wolverine's still around. Put out another Wolverine book. He's not in so much stuff now, but at one point, I remember. At one point, I think Wolverine had like 2 or 3 ongoing books. He was on like 3 or 4 X-Men teams. He was on like 2 Avenger teams. Like, and I always thought, like, does Wolverine have like access to a teleporter and he just uses it off camera and no one ever questions him on it? Because how is he doing so much shit? There's only so many hours in a day, right?
Right.
Hey, because like he'll be in like, because there'll be times like he's in San Francisco hanging out with the X-Men, but then you read the Avengers book and he's over in New York hanging out with the Avengers. Like, that's got to be a couple-hour plane ride still. You know,
He's jumping everywhere.
that's what I'm saying. He's got to have like a teleporter. Like I said, Doctor Doom can open a magic portal to the moon. Maybe Wolverine knows a magic portal spell. Well, then again, he's also like 200 years old, so maybe he's just got like a ton of freaking flyer miles built up. You know, he just gets free flights forever because he's just so old and flew everywhere.
Right.
And he's technically a war veteran too. So he's a senior citizen and a war veteran, so that's 2 discounts right there. Also, Wolverine.
Double miles.
Yeah,
I'm a war veteran.
I'm a plus member. Now I just want to see a scene where Wolverine's like the old man at the grocery store. I got a coupon for this. I get a war veteran discount. I get my senior citizen discount. And then he writes with it. Then he pays with a check. I don't trust the computers. I don't know what a debit
I
card is.
believe in the old ways.
Yeah. I don't know what a debit card is.
I believe in the old ways.
I don't know what a debit card is, Bob. Actually, if you think about it too, like even if he just put money, if he opened like a savings account like back in the '60s, he'd probably be more paid than Tony Stark at this point. You know, because Wolverine don't look like an old man. People are like, "Why is this dude acting like he's freaking like 1,000 years old?" I am. Oh, they yelling at kids.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Clint,
Yeah, talking about how stuff was better back in his day.
Clint Eastwood, Logan.
Yeah. Clint Logan. And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcast, podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. You can like, share, favorite, subscribe to us. That's great. Get this mouse off my back. You can leave us a question, comment, or email. Maybe get your email read on the show. I don't know. Ask us for some relationship advice. We'll tell you the wrong thing to do. Just do that. Just always do the opposite of whatever I tell you to do. Except for like, share, favorite, and subscribe. Do that. Or don't. I don't know. How you feel. Seriously, do it. Do it now. My name is Matt.
My name's Phil. Thanks for enjoying the episode.
Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and that's the show.